Hey guys, it's Colleen. Before we start, I just want to let you know that this episode was originally recorded as a one-part episode, but the final audio was just under 2 hours. So we decided to split it up into 2 different episodes. So when we get to the commercial break, that will be the end of part 1. You definitely want to check out part 2, though, because some of the stuff that we talk about there is absolutely hilarious, including Dirty Harry Potter pickup lines. So make sure you check out episode 844 when that comes out, which should be out on Monday, June 17th, or maybe even Sunday night, the 16th, since it's already done. All right, on that note, enjoy the show. Here we go.
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please?
Broadcast.
Will the Real Weird Sisters please stand up? We're gonna have a problem here. We're the Weird Sisters, we're the Real Weird Sisters. All you other Weird Sisters are fine, but not the victors. Will the Real Weird Sisters please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the broadcast Real Weird Sisters crossover with Amanda, Shandy, Colleen, Alice, and Martha. How's it going? My name is Colleen.
My name is Amanda. Yay!
I'm Shandy.
I'm Alice.
And I'm Martha.
Welcome,
Woo-hoo!
everybody. Woo! You can tell it's been over a year since I have done that.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good. Martha, before we move on, a happy birthday to you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yay,
yes,
happy
we're
birthday.
recording this on my birthday eve. What a fun pre-birthday celebration to be having.
Way
Yeah.
to send
She said
out
sarcastically.
way to send out 27 in style.
Exactly. The last thing I'll do as a 27-year-old.
I had to really stop and think. I had to really stop and think how old you were.
Well, it's not as easy as those of you who were born in 1990, Alice, or before.
Exactly.
Shandy's eyes widened.
Hey, we got it easy
Those of
this
us who
year.
can remember 1990.
Right.
We have it easy this year because all the math aligns with
Yes.
us 40-year-olds.
Oh, you guys are fours, right? Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
But after next year, it's going to get real hard to do the math.
I think I'm just gonna stop doing the math.
I think
Yeah,
that
there
seems
you go.
fine.
I'm just gonna be like, I'm somewhere between 40 and death. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Yay.
Well, we were in New York this weekend and we had a birthday party. It was my grandma's 94th birthday, and we were celebrating Zach's birthday is the day after Martha's, the 13th. And we were celebrating joint birthdays, and we were taking pictures, and I took a selfie with my uncle was in it, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna have to redo this. And everybody in the picture was like, oh, why does it look bad? And I was like, no, Uncle Lou looks old and he's not gonna want this posted anywhere. So then my aunt, I made the same joke because I got such a response from that with everybody laughing. I made the same joke later to my aunt, and she was just like, excuse me, you are a middle-aged young lady. And I was
Wow.
like, but I'm not a senior citizen.
Not like Uncle Lou, am I right?
People are living longer. Are we even really technically middle-aged anymore? I mean,
Yes.
people
40
are
I
living well into
I
their
don't
90s.
think 40 is
at this
middle-aged.
point.
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, some
think-
people,
40 is
and
the
mostly
new
not in
30.
the U.S., I feel.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
No,
Colleen, that'll teach you to recycle jokes.
I know, right? I was like, all right, I got it the first time.
Yeah.
But it was so funny because my uncle's response was, well, that's what I get for being 67. I'm going to look old. And my uncle and my aunt are Irish twins. My uncle turns 67 in May, and my aunt is 67 until June 18th. So she actually had the almost exact same response to me, but in a totally different inflection. She was like, excuse me, I'm 67. I'm not old yet. I'm just hovering between whatever she said. So I almost had the exact same responses, but totally different inflections.
Honestly,
It was really funny.
67 is like middle age now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no,
I like
that
that.
assumes you're going to live to 120.
I always think of like our
Goals.
parents as middle aged.
134.
like our parents are like perpetually middle aged.
Yeah, and our
that's
mom's
about how
almost
old they are.
70, so
Yeah.
True. True.
Yeah.
But you know what? Age is just a number. It's all about how you feel.
That's right.
As my aunt
That's true.
pointed out, she's like, I feel no day older than like 50. And I was like, good on you, mate. They also, so my aunt and her partner Jill went to Italy for 3 weeks to celebrate. They both retired officially. And they taught us all these like Italian like cheers, like, you know, they're like, so we were doing like, you know, molto alto, molto bene, molto whatever the lower one
sounds
is.
like they
and
taught you well.
They taught me so well. And then, you know, it was a lot of cheersing, but so anyway, it was a fun birthday party, joint birthday party.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's everybody else doing? Martha, do you have any plans for your birthday?
Not
Or
plans.
upcoming plans?
Not plans for the day of. But gonna be going to the beach this weekend, which is gonna be very
Ooh.
fun. And it's my first time in 5 years of living in Baltimore that I'm actually going to an East Coast beach. So I'm excited about that. I'm going
Whoa.
to Delaware. I'm not sure exactly which beach it is, but
Delaware?
yeah. What did Delaware?
Delaware. I'm in Delaware.
Do you guys know what Delaware's?
Well, if you're going to the beach, I think
She
Dallas
wore
is
New
where-
Jersey.
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
Oh, that's good.
She wore her New Jersey, exactly.
I grew up hearing that joke.
I literally can't hear the word Delaware without thinking she wore her New Jersey. And I'm like always roll my eyes, but it's like just in my brain. I thank you, Colleen. I'm glad you got that one.
I always get them.
Maybe I'll recycle that joke with Uncle Lou.
Oh my God. No, you got to recycle it with Auntie Anne.
Oh,
That's the true test.
I don't know. She seems like a too harsh of a crowd.
You know what? You get her to do enough of those molto alto cheers and
Okay.
everything's going to be funny.
All right. Now I know the trick for Auntie Anne.
Anyway, yes. Alice, what's
beach?
going on with you?
Not too much. Living my best life. It's summer break here already, so I've been
Wonderful.
enjoying that very
Living her
much.
best life with Paul in Cincinnati.
Paul's out of town for 2 weeks, so
2
I'm-
weeks.
yeah,
Oh, yes.
it's just
How do we
me and the
respond?
cats. Aw.
Did you paint your wall? Because I do not remember you having such a beautiful pink room, but I love it.
I think it's just because we actually have some natural daylight in here. So in the
He's
past,
normally recording this in like February at this time
Yes.
of night. So.
yeah.
Yes, which the last time recorded this, it was my birthday.
Yeah, I think we've done this on multiple people's birthdays. I feel like we did it on Amanda's birthday, and then
Did it
also
right
like
before Eden's birthday.
also I was gonna say right
Yeah.
before the birth
That was
of
probably
children.
more the-
Yeah, we
more the
frequently
case.
do it right before a child is about to be
Oh.
born.
Twice, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, once for
Does anybody
Amanda,
have
once for
anything to
Magic
tell us
ticket.
right
No, as far as we know, I hope not.
now? Jay said he woke up. So we drove back. We left New York like 7:15 on Sunday night. We got to a hotel in White Marsh, Maryland.
Oh,
Slept
If
for
you're
a couple
right-
of hours.
why didn't you ring me up, Colleen?
I didn't know you lived near there. I mean, I know you lived in Baltimore, which is near there, but like,
White Marsh is just like right outside of Baltimore. So
yeah, I know. And Natasha always tells me that too. Yeah,
it's
which
okay.
I
I'm not
can't
offended.
even- no. Yeah, no, you don't want my kids there. Don't worry. That's what I always tell people.
I
I'm
think
like,
Martha's
well, okay,
greatest
all right,
dream
Martha
in life is
might.
to meet your kids, Colleen. So
I've been fans of them for so long. It would be
I
don't
know.
It
Oh,
would be
man,
crazy
you-
to see
you-
them in person.
I could have given you your one last East Coast wish.
Yeah, well, too bad.
Shoot.
Say la vie.
she's, I think, already come to terms with the fact that they're going to be adults by the time she ever gets a chance to meet them.
You know what? You have a standing invitation to Zachary's high school graduation.
Oh, thank you.
Make your
I'll
plans.
be like, who are
now.
you?
Yeah, it's okay.
I'll be
You know
I'm
what, at
so
this
proud
point-
of you.
I remember when
Andy-
you were a baby.
You'll be middle aged by then.
You'll be like, you know how
Like she's
Janet
heaven?
is your birth. Oh my god. No, you'll be like, Janet is your birth twin on the other side. Well, Martha is your birth twin on the day before.
Right.
And then he'll be
yes.
like, oh, this is one of my mom's weird friends again. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Because as
used to internet.
Shandy and Amanda can attest, at
Yeah.
this point, like people from like podcast world and Geek Dad Life world or whatever, like they'll come around, and my kids at this point are like super unfazed. They're like, oh, okay, those are my parents' geek friends.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me too much.
Yeah. Like, whatever. Can we play Fireball Island with them? Will they bring cheese puffs?
Alice
Cheese
won't.
balls.
Usually.
But anyway, okay, so Alice is home alone. I'm sorry, but I
Well,
hope you're
no, that's-
enjoying your me time.
Yeah, it's been good. I've been, like I said, it's summer, so I can't complain. I love summer so much. So and I'm glad you like my walls, because one time somebody came over and they're like, oh, so is this a room that you wanted to paint? Because they're like assuming this was like a color that the house came with because it was kind of bold.
Yeah,
I'm like, no, I painted it this color because it's like my favorite color.
I love it.
So yeah, it was funny. It was like an old man, so I didn't take it as an insult.
They were like, "Oh, it looks great."
They were like, oh, speaking of the story that's kind of similar to that, of somebody being like, oh. Paul and I were at a graduation party a few weeks ago, and I was mistaken for his mother. And he was mistaken for a high school graduate.
No.
So that was
From
really
the back. It was from the
Yeah.
back.
He was from the back. I was facing the woman. She was like,
Also,
No.
like kind of a coworker. Like,
well, yeah, sort of. She works in the same school district. So I was like talking to her, and she's like, is this one yours? And she kind of like pointed at Paul, and I was like, oh yeah, that's my husband. And she's like, oh. And do you guys have a high or do you guys have a graduate? And I was like, no. So that was another fun experience recently.
Will you
Glad to see
suddenly
that.
like in your head be like, and go fuck yourself?
Well, no, it was honestly, it was just so funny to me. I really wasn't offended, but it was really just hilarious. But
It's
Okay,
funny
that's
that
good.
no matter how old Paul gets, that just like doesn't change.
well, it has
But
changed
this-
a bit.
Okay.
Like he gets it less than he used to, but
he has
He's
grays.
hope.
He's got quite a bit of gray.
yeah,
Oh.
Oh my.
he does have quite a bit
Silver
of gray hair,
fox.
and he looks a lot. I do feel he looks a lot older than he did 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah, I mean, as do we all.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Believe it or not.
he gets carded still fairly often, but
Okay.
I mean, other than like not as much as he used to always get carded, and now sometimes he doesn't, so
Okay.
he's looking a little older. But yeah, apparently I'm looking a lot older.
Which is crazy because I disagree.
Well, that's fine. Like I said, it was just really hilarious to me, and it has made for a good story that I have now told to many people.
I just love it. Is this one yours?
I'm like, well, yeah, kind of.
Because she
should,
definitely tried to pass it off as she meant, like, oh, is this your husband?
Like,
But
does he
that's
go with
not
you?
what she. That's not what she
No,
meant.
not what she meant. It was so funny.
You should run that story by Auntie Anne, and she'll tell you what she thinks.
She'll be like, well, you are middle aged.
Yeah.
No,
Missy.
she'll tell you that you're not middle aged.
Well,
I think
what is
she
the cutoff for
considers-
middle age? Is it 40?
I think 40 is the start.
Okay,
Because
because
she
I
assumes, yeah.
am
Although
34, so it could be considered
Not
middle
there
age by
yet.
some people.
No,
don't think anyone
no, no.
considers
By
around 40.
terribly
Maybe
uninformed
by, like,
people.
12-year-olds or something.
Yeah, okay. I think I do spend a lot of time with high schoolers who think I'm really old, so that
Okay,
Well,
part of
your
it.
son.
not
for
to
one.
my son for one. Yeah.
not to put anybody in an existential crisis, but I just Googled it, and the average life expectancy in the United States is 77.
Yeah, see, that's what I was going to say. Like, we're not living longer as a country here.
Yeah, that's
What's
sadly
the
true.
average life expectancy for a woman who is fit and
So not
Ha-
me.
I was just thinking
So,
of our
according
40-year-olds
to-
here.
Okay,
Right.
so it looks like let's see. In America, the projected life expectancy for 2024, so clearly this is just projection, for women is 79.25 years old.
Middle age.
Shandy.
What did you say, Shandy?
She just
Middle
said
Agree to
middle age.
disagree.
I thought she said oi. I was like, wow.
Oi.
Oh, wait, I found the CDC's website. Okay, as of 2022, we get 80.2 years.
So you're
Okay.
not quite middle
So-
age until
Better.
you
Several years
you,
ago, the data was different.
Well,
but
actually, Shandy and I are going to be middle-aged just as Amanda turns 40, because then we'll get that 0.25.
There we go.
There you go. There you go.
I mean, I'm fine with
Whatever.
it.
Me too.
Great.
As we all get real quiet contemplating our mortality.
well, I'm still 27 for 12 more hours.
True.
Oh, return
12
of
more
Saturn.
hours? Babe, you're on the East Coast. You've got...
Yeah, but I was born at 8 p.m. Central Time.
9
It's
p.m.
9/11.
Well,
So, but
between
tomorrow,
8 and
though.
9.
Yeah, okay.
Speaking of 9/11 and death,
Were we?
we took the kids to
Huh?
Ground Zero this weekend.
Were we speaking of 9/11?
You said 9 hours, I think.
Oh.
I said it's 9/11. You've got 2 hours.
Oh,
and
it is
49 minutes
9/11 right
or-
now.
Ah,
You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then I made the worst transition in the history of transition, which was speaking of 9/11 and
Yeah.
death.
It wasn't great.
It would have been better if we'd all heard you say the words 9/11.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we
Well-
went to a Ghostbusters Day in the city, and then we went down to Ground Zero, and Zachary was very fascinated by it because he learned about it stuff in school, and like to see
Historical
something,
event.
to see like all that in
Yeah.
person, like he was absolutely fascinated. Like, yeah, he's definitely a history kid.
Did you do the museum or just the memorial?
No, we didn't do the museum. We were getting hungry at that point. We went up to Cat's Deli and waited in line then for like 45 minutes to eat. But it was
have
delicious
what she's
as always.
having.
I did have what she was having.
Good.
And actually
As
we
you
stayed
should.
in Auntie Anne's apartment while we were
Oh, good.
I was going to ask what you were doing uptown.
Yeah, no, she has an apartment on Riverside Drive uptown. So
I could see why
Uh,
she doesn't consider herself middle-aged. That sounds like she's very hip.
she's very hip. But she has she has a house on Long Island and a house in Key West and an apartment in New York City.
Sounds like somebody I want to become friends with.
Yeah, seriously.
She has no kids, so
I'm gonna start telling more jokes to Annie Ann so I can
yeah.
get in good with her.
No, my anyway, yeah, so we did that, and then we took them to Rockefeller Center and did like FAO Schwartz and
Nice.
all that crap. And then oh my god, we walked to Times Square as we were going to hit the subway from Times Square so they could see it. And in Amanda, probably you may know this, but
I was
like
just there last week.
okay, so in
I had
that
to go to
center
Sephora.
where in the center where it used to be like just naked cowboy, like by the tickets booth, there were all these women who definitely had BBLs and like Brazilian butt lifts and like, or they were like squat day. They never missed a squat morning, middle, afternoon, and evening. And like they were like, nipple pasties and like, thongs and, they were whatever they were promoting. And poor Zachary just wanted to go back. He was tired. The crowd was freaking him out because he doesn't like crowds. And he just looks at her and you could see his face is just like, why are you naked?
Welcome to
it's
New York.
Because it's Times Square and it makes zero sense. Did you see the giant hot dog? There's a giant hot dog in the middle
Yes!
of Times Square. Why
There
is it there? I don't know. Why is any of it
I
there?
don't know, but it made me hungry.
Well,
even
I
though
mean,
it's
Why
just
are there
at Cat's
5
Deli.
dirty Elmo costumes? I don't know.
If
Oh, yeah.
if
So
it
many
had
Spider-Men wanted to take pictures with us, and we were like,
Yeah.
no, thank you.
No
I'm
thanks.
sorry.
If it had been 2012 and it was the naked cowboy, would Zachary have had the same reaction?
Probably.
So
Because
yes,
he's not a city kid, so like we grew up going there, and we're like, that's just Times Square. But for him, that was new to him. But
What
he
happened
was
to the
just
naked
like,
cowboy? Do we know?
I think he's still there.
is he?
He's.
There's a
I've
lot
been. I've been to New York like 3 or 4 times in the last couple years, and I always go to Times Square because I'm stupid. And I have not seen him any of those times, and I'm always like, "Where are you,
Maybe he
dude?
moved on.
I
Maybe
think
it's like
he
Naked
actually, like,
Columbus Circle now.
Did he
He
get
made
canceled?"
he made a lot of money, so I feel like he doesn't have to do it anymore.
Yeah, because
That's
didn't he
true.
like go on tour or something?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and none of that Times Square shit was probably taxed.
yeah, true.
Oh, it's such a strange place.
But he just looked at me and Jane was like, I don't like this place.
Aw,
Nobody does, buddy. Nobody does.
poor buddy.
But
Except
then
me.
Jay didn't quite get what was happening because we had split up and Alex and Jay were together and I was with Zach. So he didn't quite understand, like, Zach's reaction. And he just, like, we were walking along and he just was laughing. He was like, hey, Zach, it's okay, buddy, if you want to look. That's normal.
And you're like, no,
And
that's
No.
and Zach, I was like, he does not want to look. He
Aw.
is very uncomfortable right now. So anyway, yeah, not a city kid.
maybe one day.
Maybe we'll see. But anyway, yeah. Shandy, Amanda, what's going on with you guys? See
We
any
actually-
snakes?
We
bears?
left the city. this weekend. We went out to New Jersey to
To
my
see
friend's.
Bella.
Yeah, totally.
Did you had a fashion
Jersey
show?
was very tasteful. Was very fashionable.
Well, it's new. So.
Yeah, it's brand new. Yeah, it was my friend's daughter's birthday, and they got like a big bouncy castle. It was very like in step with Pride. It was like unicorns and rainbows, and it was a
Fun.
whole thing. But yeah, it was very fun.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah.
Fun.
Shandy's turn.
Nothing to report. No snakes. Knock on wood.
No bears.
No
How are the
bears.
cats?
Good. Very good. Very cute. But
That's what happens in
No-
middle age.
no
You
new
just- you
books
run
you're
out of
reading or
fun
anything?
stories.
oh, well, yes. I've heard Alice mention.
She has it
a
right
peripheral. Yeah, I was reading it before we started recording. I can't put it down.
Oh, great book.
Yeah, I think
What
it was a prayer for Owen Meany. I
Okay.
always thought you were saying Owen Weenie.
I kind of wish you were saying own weenie.
Meanie. Anyway, I think it was on the latest patron cast that you mentioned it again, and I was like, it incepted into my brain finally, and I
Oh wow.
put a hold on it at the library, and it came in today, so I started reading it, and very much enjoying it so far.
It's a great
Good.
book.
Yeah, enjoy. It's a ride.
It is a ride.
Yeah.
I'm buckled in.
Yeah. So we'll be looking forward to the updates on that. I was pretty excited when I heard you were reading it.
No, I was like, why is Alice asking what books you're reading? 'Cause
Yeah.
So I texted it to Alice earlier.
Thanks for including me in the text, Shandy.
Well, also when you were late to the call, we talked about it then as well.
All for sure.
I was late to the call, but also my mic wasn't working. So maybe
Yeah.
I just maybe I was there the whole time.
What genre is it?
It's
Um,
kind of
Realistic fiction with
contemporary
Okay.
fiction, yeah, but it's got some sort of mystical. Well, not mystical. It's a little bit odd.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like not all 100% realistic, but I guess it could be yeah.
It's really good. Have you guys heard of the movie Simon Birch?
Yes.
Yes, but I
So-
couldn't tell you anything about it.
Well, it's
Part of it is sort of inspired by the book.
yeah.
But the book is much better than the movie. Like not even in the same category.
Hmm.
There's
It's
a
an
lot more
excellent
there's a lot more to the book than there is to that movie.
Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah. Recommend.
Okay. I'll have
We'll
to.
have to see what Shandy thinks when she finishes it.
Yeah.
Yes. Is it
Well,
in
I
Libby?
like it so far.
What'd you say,
Yeah.
Colleen?
Is it in Libby? I don't know where my phone is, or I would check.
Well, it would depend on your library.
Oh, that's a good point.
Do you do audio or
I do
ebook
not
on-
do audio.
So you're asking for ebook. I would assume.
I would guess it would
Yeah.
be.
What's it called again? Sorry, Simon Balls. What?
No,
Yep, you got it.
I don't know why they changed it to Simon Birch.
A
It's called
prayer For Owen Meany
Okay.
Not Weenie.
by John Irving.
Here it is. It comes up.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. I could place a hold on it.
It's kind of, I mean, it is a bit of a time commitment to read
It's
it.
a nice.
It's okay.
Like,
It's a 15-week wait, so got plenty of
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. It's a hefty book.
Okay.
It's like only
$29.99.
like 8 chapters or something, I think, but the
Yes.
chapters are like 200 pages each.
Yeah, they're
Oh my
really long.
God.
Not quite, but it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say
But for
too much
those of
about
us that read like 5 pages a night,
I mean, I've reread it, I think, twice, and it takes me like a year to reread it every time.
Oh Lord.
It's not
Okay.
that. It's not
No,
that much,
the first time I read it, it was much faster. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm on chapter
Okay.
2,
Oh,
Yeah.
and I got it today.
Yeah. Yeah, you're flying.
Nice.
Good.
for
So you
real.
read like 75 pages? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Yeah, I'm on page 76 actually.
Oh,
ooh,
I'm psychic.
yeah. Good job, Colleen.
Oh, speaking of reading, Zachary got the Prisoner of Azkaban for his birthday,
Nice.
the pop-up reader
Oh.
books.
mm.
And he started that. He was reading about the night bus chapter, or he was reading the night bus chapter in the car on the way to school this morning.
Is this his first time reading it?
Yes.
Oh, that's fun.
Has he seen the movies?
I think he watched them with Jay, but years ago.
Okay.
So
That's
I
basically
think
new.
once in a while something will be like, oh yeah, this was like the movie, but it's not really, quite at that level.
Or he'll be
We'll
like,
see.
he'll predict something, and then you're like, wow, how did you guess that? And they're like, wait, you saw the movie?
Genius child.
Yeah, no, but it thought that, I had this moment though where tonight at dinner he was like, how old is J.K. Rowling still alive? Because, to him he's young. So
Like,
all-
unfortunately, yes.
Mm.
all
Yeah,
authors are
exactly.
old and whatever. And I was like, yeah, she is. And he's like, how old is she? And I was like, I don't know, like 60. So we asked Alexa and she told us, no, she's 58.
You
And
were very close.
I know, but I like kept suppressing the urge to be like, and she's a horrible piece of shit.
Right.
But I was
Yeah.
like, no, Colleen, he's young. Don't ruin it for him. Like, you want him to read. These are the only actual real chapter books he reads, other than like, otherwise he'll read like Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Like, you need to promote the reading. Don't say anything now. Your sister bought the book. You didn't give her any money. It's fine.
Yeah, I know that's the tough part about the series these days.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
He can
Yes.
discover that when he's a little bit older.
Yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
Have the
Ex-
conversation later.
Have his his soul
have
crushed
his-
then.
exactly. Like the rest of us.
Right? Yeah, don't do that to him this young because he might never read again.
It's just part of the natural evolution with the series.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how kids grow with the series now.
Yeah.
Right. You're like, and here's what happens when you have too much money.
Oh.
Right.
And
not
a very
enough,
weak
not
mind,
enough people
apparently.
telling you what
Yeah.
makes sense and what doesn't.
Mm.
Oh my god. Anyway, yeah. Anything else going on with anybody before we move on? Feel free, speak now. I'll have everyone know that I'm getting a lot of taking sips of water and shaking heads.
That was
Just
that
truly
was a good
thinking,
amount
oh
of
my-
what we call wait time in teaching, Colleen.
That's the thing where, like, you let the silence linger and hope that somebody will say something because people need to fill the silence.
Right. And don't
Did I get it
try
right?
to rush the answers.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Wait. No. Okay.
We do have other things to talk about today.
I know, right?
Yeah, sorry, I'm a boring middle-aged person now, apparently. I have no more exciting stories to share.
Did you guys see that they're making a Practical Magic 2?
No.
I did hear about that this morning. We should have had margaritas in honor of this very
Oh my
exciting news.
god! We should have had midnight margaritas.
Oh my gosh, should
Well-
we pause and everyone go make a margarita and then we'll come back?
I don't have any tequila, but I'll figure it out.
I'm sorry to say, I think I'm missing something because I don't really know what you guys are talking about.
Oh,
I
yes.
have not seen Practical Magic 1.
Oh, it's fun.
And
I
I'm
mean,
getting the
it's-
sense that might be a big faux pas on this.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I
You
will.
know,
I already
to
got
be
a.
fair, I didn't actually see it until I was like a full-fledged adult, as in within,
we
the last,
watched
within
it.
the last 10 years.
So I have
We
a couple
watched-
more years until I have to watch it.
Did you guys
Yeah.
do a watch on the show?
We did a watch on the show
Okay,
2
nice.
years ago We did Hocus Pocus, Practical Magic.
I
Oh
feel
my
like
God, was
that's
it really
why it's
2 years ago?
I feel like that's
think
why it's
so.
a familiar title in my head. I feel like I heard you guys talk about watching it or saw a post about you guys watching it, but that's like my
That's-
only association.
That's probably it.
It's
be
pretty
fair,
great.
Not necessarily just my age, it's also the fact that Alice and I grew up under a rock, so that's
Yeah,
not
we just
just
haven't watched many movies in general.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the first movie came out in like 1998.
I was
Yeah,
too.
so
Yeah.
Yeah, there is that.
what's the target audience of it? Is it supposed to be for
Women.
Yeah,
adults?
it's like us, like our generation.
But like
Yeah.
adult women, not like kids.
Adult
or...
woman, I
Not
would
kids.
say probably.
Teens and adults. So
Yeah.
essentially, it's about two witches. They're sisters, Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock. They are part of a family of witches that have a long-standing curse where the men that they fall in love with, like actual love with, die. And that's because the very first witch in their family, basically, she got left alone and pregnant by this like married man she had an affair with, who said that he would like be back for her or some shit, and he left her. So she cursed him, but ended up her curse then went down through generations. So essentially they are simultaneously trying to figure out how to end the curse in their generation and keep a murdering ghost from or zombie from getting them. It's great.
Sounds fun.
Yeah,
It actually is really fun.
It is fun. And
And
the
there's margaritas
rewatch,
involved.
it was there's midnight. There's a really great scene of midnight margaritas.
Yeah, so
It holds
Stockard
up.
Channing. It does. Stockard Channing and Diane Wiest play their aunts, and they went to live with their aunts after their father died from the curse, and then their mom died of a broken heart. So, and Evan Rachel Wood plays Sandra Bullock's daughter, like a little baby Evan Rachel Wood.
I was gonna
so.
say she was probably really young, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Martha's face.
Well, I was thinking, am I thinking of the wrong person? Okay, I do know who that person is.
Yes. She grew up in Raleigh, actually. Her parents and brother are big Raleigh theater people. Her dad runs a theater and does the Christmas Carol. He plays Ebenezer Scrooge every year. He retired last year after doing it for like 30 years straight.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
So now it's Jay's turn.
Now it's Jay's turn. He's got to get in.
This is his chance. He's been waiting for 30 years.
30 years. Let's do it.
But then now her father's gonna be playing the ghost of Ebenezer Scrooge past.
Yes, it goes to Christmas Fast.
Well,
Actually,
Scrooge past.
Cruise Fast. Yeah. Anyway, so Practical Magic, I'm kind of excited. I was reading today that the book actually was based on. There's a sequel, and the sequel involves like their daughters grown up and all three generations of women. And I kind of hope it does that because I think it could be really fun. Like, I hope it's better than Hocus Pocus 2 is what I'm getting at.
Well, the headline I read that said that both Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman are on board.
Yeah, so apparently they're on board as producers and they're in talks to reprise their
interesting.
roles, but like
Okay.
you have to think that it's pretty much a done deal if
I would imagine
the
so.
studio's doing a press release, right?
Yeah.
I would hope so.
It's not
Or
one
if
of those.
anything.
It's not one of those Facebook posts I get
Yeah,
all the time about
It's not
the Friends reunion
right.
movie happening or whatever.
Right, or the Golden Girls reboot.
So annoying. I'm like, stop! It's all so fake.
One
And
of
then
my
it's-
students got so excited the other day because she saw that they were making a live action Frozen, and it was like clips from like different. It was not real. I was like,
Okay.
I'm so sorry. Like to tell she was so excited. I'm like, I'm so sorry to tell you this is not a real trailer.
Oh my god.
Man.
Yeah, there's a lot of fake stuff on Facebook these days.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the fake stuff like that is a lot better than like
Yeah.
Yeah,
fake
it's true.
COVID stuff and whatnot that was
This is not
radicalizing all
dangerous,
of
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's still just like such a waste of time though. Such a
That's
drag.
odd.
Yeah.
I only
Yeah.
check I mean you guys knew this. I only check Facebook like once, maybe twice a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I check Facebook purely for the podcast. That's it.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
Cool.
I look at.
I mean,
other
I
stuff
will
on there,
open
but it's all a
Facebook.
huge waste of time.
I'll open Facebook, and if there's something at the top of my feed that's interesting, then I'll engage with it. But that's like once every maybe 6 months. So
Martha gets a lot of disgusting recipes.
yeah, lately then I'm getting more and more because I screenshot them every time to send to Alice.
Yeah.
I got a recipe for s'mores sushi.
Oh, what does that even
Why?
mean?
Yeah,
actually,
tell
this
us.
is one of the least. This is one of the
It
least
was actually
disgusting-
less gross. Yeah,
Yeah, because this is actually it's
most
just
of them look like they'd be made like it's like a
Jello
really,
salad.
like
Yeah,
Jello salad and
with
like
mayo and sour
gross
cream.
casseroles and stuff.
Yeah. So the s'mores sushi is just it's like dessert. It's not actually sushi at all. So here's the
Oh,
picture.
thank God.
Okay.
But does it have rice on it?
No,
Yeah,
it's Rice
rice?
Krispies. It's Rice Krispies.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Kind of good then.
It
Yeah.
probably is kind of good, honestly. But I'm like,
Oh, that looks really good. Can you send us a-
It's clever.
yeah.
Good thing
So
you screenshotted that.
it's made with mini marshmallows. It's like basically like a Rice Krispie treat outside with a marshmallow and graham crackers on the inside and like a chocolate drizzle. So that's like a
Ooh.
everybody's like, yes, please.
That's one of the good. That's the only good
That's
one.
the only good one, but also it's really gross sounding. So, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
most of the time it's
Mm.
like cheese salad with pickles or like
And are they like earnest or are they like
Oh, they're
intentionally
earnest.
grossed?
no,
Yeah,
they're
no, it's
like
for
all the
real.
comments are like, I made this, but it's like 50-year-olds like in
A lot
Minnesota.
of mayo. A lot of
Oh,
mayo
yeah.
involved.
I'm trying to see if like I
There
feel like I
must be.
screenshot all of them, but now I can't find any of them.
Okay.
So yeah, but the s'mores sushi, I mean, I'll let you know if I make it.
Okay. You got to
Yeah.
share.
Yeah, Martha, don't
Yeah,
hang on to
maybe.
that recipe.
Oh
just
here,
for yourself.
here's a red beets, garbanzo beans, red onion, olive oil, red wine vinegar. It's like a
Oh, that
pile.
sounds good.
But
I mean,
look at it. It looks so gross.
like
But
it's
it-
not pretty
yeah.
at all.
No. It's like, here are some ingredients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Okay. Okay. I see what they're doing there. Computer screens see it at least. Okay. Let us know if you make that. Could be a good summer.
Oh, I
summer
found
treat.
the last one, the Hawaiian cheesecake salad. 1 packaged cream cheese, 1 can crushed pineapple, 1 cup strawberries, 1 cup mango, and then it cuts off. But like, basically, just like, I don't know, not my thing. I don't know why it's not. There we go.
I know why.
Yeah, it looks gross.
Yeah, so that's my Facebook experience of late.
Cool.
Fun.
Better than mine. Okay. So one more thing before we move on. We are live next week, June 18th, 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Did we land on that? I guess 9 p.m. is easier for everybody.
Sure.
For our birthday party. We'll be live. So be there,
Doing
be
it
square. Doing it live.
We're doing it live.
Yes, and you might be wondering, why is this episode 8:43 and that's going to be 8:45? Well, there may be a surprise in between. And by maybe, I mean there's going to have to be. So- Can Colleen finish the bloopers she's been working on for months? And I just keep updating the file name in GarageBand.
Oh.
Baby,
Our
kitty.
first visitor.
Little Lena was
William's
meowing at the
been,
door. So.
William's been in my background the whole time. I don't know if you guys see his head bobbing behind me.
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's
yeah.
like, it's like
Yeah.
one of those magic eyes. I'm like, I
Yeah.
can't see it.
Well, I also am like totally backwards of like which direction I'm supposed to be.
Well, and there's not much else behind you, so it's
Right.
It's a very clean background.
I didn't realize that was the ground where he was. I thought that
That's
was
not
like
the ground. That's the couch.
Oh, okay.
There's a couch back there.
Yeah,
There's a lot going on.
it's a studio apartment, and it's in the process of being packed up. So,
I
Why
see
is
him,
it in
I
the
see
process
him.
of being packed up?
oh, Shandy, you don't know?
I,
Yeah,
heard, I think the broadcast listeners already know as well.
yeah. Just Shandy let it slip at the Raleigh meetup, so everybody knows.
Was that a secret?
No, I mean I hadn't announced it on the podcast yet, but yes, it's fine.
To be
I
fair, I didn't think it would like Anyway,
It's not a big deal for any. It doesn't affect the podcast at all. So I'm not actually upset at all that you shared it with anybody. Yeah, I am moving back to Montana.
Woohoo.
I'm so excited about this, and I'm not even there.
And it's
know.
Billings too. So
I'm excited about that too.
thank you. Yeah, it's
So
a
what are
big
your
move.
plans? Yeah. When are you
I'll-
leaving? What are your plans?
So my boyfriend and I are moving together, moving at the end of June. So just a few weeks, and I'm gonna be teaching 8th grade English there. Have a job.
Nice.
Living
We-
about a half a mile from my house.
Yep,
Oh, so
we
you have a place?
we have a place.
Oh,
Yes, just signed the lease.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's very exciting.
12-minute walk from Alice. So
Amazing.
yes.
Thing.
So you guys
Yeah.
gonna record like in the same place then?
No, I don't think so. we don't.
Too close, too close.
See,
It's-
I don't like recording in the same place. Like, well, we did do that for about a year when Martha was student teaching and
Oh,
subbing.
okay.
And it really, I really didn't like it because like if you're both in the same room, I mean, maybe you've had this experience, like Colleen, you
Yeah.
probably know, like you can't like ever mute yourself. You know, you have to
Right.
be like a lot
Mm.
more like formal.
Right.
Mm.
You have to
Yeah.
like be serious about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, like
yeah,
I know-
and it's just like a little bit, I don't know, like it's not very comfortable. I mean, we do have a mixer with like 2 mics and stuff, but you're just like crowded
it's
around
much
one
nicer
desk.
to be at
and-
your own.
Yeah, if you
place.
have like your own little studio set up, you know, like it's easier. So,
Understood.
But
and
we
also
will
it's
be
like
in
if
the
we're
same
hanging
time
out,
zone.
it's yes, that will be nice. But also it's like if we're hanging out, we don't really necessarily like hanging out in person. We don't necessarily want our activity to be recording a podcast together. Like it's just,
Fair
doing
enough.
a podcast is more of a remote thing, which is great. But also if we're in person together, where it's like there's other things we'd rather be doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Makes
Fair
sense.
enough.
But yeah, we'll
That
be in the
makes-
same
yeah,
time
totally.
zone. And so when we record the broadcast next time, Martha will get to
Mm.
be like me and have it, you know,
So much better.
at a reasonable hour.
Yeah. Maybe even with natural light, we'll see.
Yeah.
Are your
Right,
parents
yeah,
super
you're right.
stoked?
Yes, they are excited. For a while, our dad was very like didn't want to get too excited because he was trying to be very much like the opposite of how his parents were, which is like
yeah.
you do whatever you want, like stay, like pursue your dreams. And I'm like, well, I really do want to come back. And he was like,
Yeah.
but are you sure? Are you sure? Like that's what he was like, don't come back for us. Like,
Oh, that's so sweet
Aw.
though.
it is it's very well intentioned, but that's at a certain point I was like, Dad, I need you to stop asking if I'm sure and start actually showing that you're excited for me to come because this is what I want. But yes, they're excited. I think it'll be really nice to have everybody in the same place.
Oh, good.
That's
Yay.
awesome. So the place that you're teaching, did Paul go to that school by chance?
No, it actually didn't even exist when Paul was growing up.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
it's one of our newest schools in town.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it
yeah.
was built in like 2016 or something.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, so
That's
was
crazy.
Real Weird Sisters, right?
Oh,
Yeah, same year.
Yeah.
And same as the year I
Wow.
is
moved.
2016 actually the right year, Alice? I just made that up.
Yeah, it is because it
Oh.
opened the same year I started here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, but that was when I was 2018, so
What?
I was there in 2018.
Yeah, but it opened the same year I started in Billings.
Oh, I thought you said that you started. I was like, what? Oh, okay, that makes
No,
sense.
yeah. So it's there's quite a few schools in Billings actually. I mean,
Yeah.
so
There's like 6 middle schools.
There's 6 middle schools.
Wow.
So
Wow, that's a lot.
yeah,
It is a big city.
it is the big city of Montana. So
So are they like different school districts that each have, or like one school district has?
no, we just have one school district for the city.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
that's like Wake County has that too, but where I grew up, like school districts are broken up by like, the town that you lived in or the surrounding towns. It
Yeah,
was
we have that
very
for,
different
like,
than here.
all the like little surrounding like there's the county schools, so if they're not like in Billings proper, then they have their own school districts, but like the city of Billings has one school district.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like here. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, Martha will be working for the same employer as me and Paul. So that will be
Oh
fun.
wow,
Very
Not the
exciting.
same school, though.
Just not the same school, but
At the
same
same school.
employer.
That's so cool though.
Yes.
Yeah,
So I can ask.
congratulations.
Thank you. I can ask all my questions about health insurance and stuff to Alice.
I'm sure you will.
Okay, so I will keep this next part very, very quick. Want to talk about some assholes?
Oh,
Sure.
Martha sounded
Um,
really into that. Like, sure.
Just getting her last hurrahs in. Okay, so this one is girlfriend, 28 female, changed her phone password, and now I, 29 male, can't access it anymore. What do I do? So this was at the, like one of the relationship advice subreddits. I've been in a relationship with my girlfriend for a few years now. We've been living together for about a year. We've had our ups and downs. There's an issue that's really been bothering me lately. My girlfriend recently changed the password on her phone, and now I can't access it anymore. Previously, I knew her password and could use her phone when needed. I never felt controlling because she never made a fuss about it until now. My girlfriend is somewhat active on social media. She has lots of friends on Snapchat and has a lot of followers on Instagram. She's always posting photos and chatting to her friends. She has a lot of male followers, and I'm worried about the kinds of men she is getting attention from. That's one of the reasons why I want to monitor her to make sure she is staying safe and not getting harassed or bothered by any of these guys.
That's so
Sure,
charitable.
sure.
oh, word choice.
Mhm.
Yesterday, I used her phone to check up on her, and that's when I found out she changed her password. I asked her about it, and she said she wanted to have a bit more privacy. I don't understand. I let her use her phone by herself. She has lots of privacy.
So she changed her password, but she also needed to change her boyfriend.
Boyfriend.
Yeah,
Very
dump
Yeah.
him. What? How long have they been together? Did it say?
Just at a few years. But to finish up, I explained to her that it made me feel more secure knowing I could access her phone and
So
that
how did
it
he
was
get her passwords in the first place? That's what I'm.
my guess is it's just the passcode on the phone, and it was probably like, her birthday or some number that he knew, and he was just picking up her phone and fucking typing in the passcode and checking her shit.
When needed. Like, what? When do you need to use someone else's phone?
Right.
When you suspect that she's DMing somebody else. Don't forget, he lets her use her phone by herself. She has lots of privacy.
That's so nice of him.
Yeah, does he forget that he's a boyfriend and not a parent?
No, I think he just thinks that he has the right because he is a boyfriend. Let me finish real quick. I explained to her that it made me feel more secure knowing that I could access her phone and that it was important for me to have that level of trust and openness.
That sounds like
That's
trust.
not trust or openness.
She said she understands but still wants her privacy. I'm struggling with this because I don't understand why she felt the need to change it all of a sudden. It feels like a step backward in our relationship, and I'm finding it hard to shake the feeling that she's keeping something from me. How should I handle this situation? Please don't come at me. Only comment if you have genuine
So
advice.
This was an asking for advice. It was not an "Am I the asshole?" post.
Yes, but
Okay.
I mean, he's an asshole.
Right.
Yeah.
At least what I'll say is sometimes you gotta hand it to the "Am I the asshole?" posters. They at least have a modicum of self-awareness to
Right?
ask whether they're the asshole in the situation. So this person doesn't even question it. He's just asking for advice.
Right? Oh my god.
Yeah. That sounds really unhealthy.
Yeah.
I mean, I do Paul and I do have each other's password, but not to
Do you
check
on him
things.
when needed?
Right.
Exactly. So I think that's not uncommon to know how to get
Right,
into
I
your
know.
partner's phone, but
I know
Yeah.
Jay's password.
I don't do
sure,
it
but-
to go check on what he's doing on social media, and I would be.
Well, he does post frequently.
he does, and I
And
also
it's
if he did
members-
that to me, I would
usually
be pissed.
it's usually members of the opposite sex who are
Yeah,
commenting.
usually
middle-aged
it's
women
50-year-old German teachers from the Midwest.
making Hawaiian cheesecake salad at the same time, probably.
So this was in the relationship advice subreddit, and some of the advice that was given to him. And do you guys want to have any predictions? Like, is this dude everybody that tells him he's fucked up and wrong? Are they
I hope
coming for
so.
him?
I mean, yeah.
Is he the victim? Is he going
Oh,
to be the
no.
victim
I
here?
mean, he
Well, he's gonna think
specifically
he
said,
is.
"Don't come for me."
Right.
So
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did anybody
s-
have any?
Oh,
Was
yeah.
anybody on his side?
Not in the beginning. I haven't scrolled. I did not scroll far enough down because he got his ass handed to him in the beginning. But like people were like, so this one person, or rather, the highest voted, whatever, was bro. You are not a father to a preteen. You're supposed to be a partner. Only controlling, paranoid, abusive partners behave and speak this way. I've been married a long time. Have an open phone policy with my husband because we trust each other not to abuse boundaries. That's how you gain trust. You strong arming her out of a reasonable expectation of privacy is a surefire path to singledom. And that was very well put because I would have been like, dude, you're a fucking stalker. Stop it.
yeah,
Yeah, I have some advice, but it's not for you. It's for your girlfriend.
Right.
Yeah. Leave. Run away fast.
Or I guess I could give the advice to him. Well, you know what? Since she's not giving you that trust that you need, you should probably break up. That's just, I don't think you guys should stay together. It's too bad.
yeah.
Yes. I'm trying to look through.
And you should
to
probably
see.
just not date anybody after that.
Yeah, you need.
Right.
Some new
Yeah.
time, some real like self-reflection.
Exactly. Hi, Lena. See, it's hard to know where to
It is
point, right?
hard.
She had
It is really hard.
Yeah, you got it.
There we
You're
go.
there. Wait,
There we
wait,
go.
there it is. You got it.
Boop. She's facing the wrong way, but she's very cute. Still.
Same with William. His
Aw.
tiny little head.
I kicked my cat out before we started. She's not allowed in here anymore because she spilled water all over everything.
There was an
Aw.
incident. She's
There
so
was an
cute,
incident.
though.
She is cute, but yes, there was an incident, and she is no longer allowed in this
Aw.
room. Jay
Come on,
decided
let her in.
no. She sits out there. They know
Let
this.
her in.
When I come down, she follows me. I shut the door rather than get discouraged, go out. She sits there, just sitting up on her hind legs, just waits for me for hours.
I mean, I love her.
Oh,
I
she's
love
like
her.
imprinted on you.
I know she did imprint on me. When we got home, she just at first she was real pissed and like wouldn't let me near her. And then once like the kids went back to school, because we got home early enough for them to go for a half day and Jay went to work, then she kept jumping up on my lap and wouldn't let me go. And she kept putting her paw on my face and trying to lick my nose and like grabbing me with both paws. And like I was like, yes, I'm here for real. I'm
Not a
not
lap
leaving you
cat.
alone.
Oh, she
for a
was
little
checking
while.
whether you were whether her eyes deceived her.
Yes, they very much had
Are
that
you really
feeling.
there?
Aw.
And I was like, Kat, I gotta type. Like, I love you, but like, we gotta get some. You just gotta one hand this. I can't.
Aw, for
or,
sweet.
you gotta sit on the lap.
How big is she
Yeah,
now?
she's not super huge yet.
Because
she's
how many
still,
months
like,
is she?
She is October, so
Oh,
November,
okay.
December, January, February, March, April will be 6 months, May, June, so 8 months.
Okay.
So she's still pretty small. She's not kitten small, but she's in that like
right.
adolescent size.
She's like has a petite build also.
No.
She does have a petite
So
build.
sweet.
Cute. I wish I
Yeah.
could see her.
Fine,
Yeah,
I'll open
bring
the
her
door.
in.
You
Go
won't
get her.
suck
Bring her in. Vivian.
it.
She gonna come to her name?
This is the
She
one time
comes-
she's not waiting.
She comes to her name. No, I also I shut the door behind me when I came up just out of habit. I'll text Jay to let the door open.
I know. I actually have the door open on my podcast studio because Paul's not here, so I figured I would leave it open for the cats as well.
I'm just looking at your Instagram right now to see pictures of her calling
Oh,
because she's
yeah,
so
no,
cute.
she is super cute. She'll as soon as Jay opens the door, she'll be down here in a second. Like well, they know this, but this one day I locked her out at commercial break time when we took a break, and Jay said she whined and meowed the entire next like 45 minutes that we were down here because she was so pissed she wasn't allowed.
She was sad.
Sounds kind of like Amber. That's kind of
yeah.
her personality type.
Yeah, she's very
I'm
emotionally
surprised-
intelligent.
I'm surprised Amber isn't in there with you right now, Alice.
Yeah, she was pretty happy on the couch when I left, so that's why.
That's
Well, and
good.
since Paul's not there, she feels safe outside the house or outside of anywhere in the house.
Yeah, she doesn't feel like she's
Has to be with you.
yeah, exactly. Also because the door's open, it makes it so that she's like Like she would be sitting outside the door if the door was closed, but since
Aw.
it's open, she's like fine.
Also, I can run upstairs in a second too and open the door. But I will say real quick, just to sum this one up, and then because we're basically done. But some of the other comments were like, "My genuine advice is to break up with her."
Yeah.
Mm.
Somebody
For
else
her
asked.
sake.
Yeah.
Somebody else asked, like, does she
Not her,
have
it's
full
you.
access to your phone?
Yeah, I was wondering that as
Mm.
well.
Mm.
Somebody else was like, so how long have you been cheating on her? So this is how he responded, though, when somebody asked if she has full access to his phone. And he said, well, it's different in my situation. I have sensitive work stuff and she might mess something up. And she
Of
never really
course.
asked for it anyway.
Of course.
Wow.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there was a little pile on there. And the general consensus as I go down is that this dude must be cheating and he's paranoid that she is, because that's what always happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Speaking of commercial breaks, though, we'll take one real quick, and when we come back, we'll do the feedback. Here we go. All right. For anybody that skipped over the very beginning announcement, that is it for part one. We've got another almost hour of awesome content coming at you in episode 844. That will be out on either the night of June 16th or in the morning on June 17th. So refresh your feeds. Then have a great weekend. Peace out.